The Matilda 3 Experience. The Matilda, or its official designation as Infantry Tank Mark II, was a British armored vehicle made to support infantry in the early stages of World War II. Having 75mm on the front, 70mm on the side, and 55mm on the rear, and lastly 75mm all around on the turret, it was indeed a tough nut to crack. Now, as a side note, the Matilda and Warthunder is actually a model of a Mark II, as no Mark IIIs was ever made, as from my knowledge. Equipped with a 40mm, also known as a two-pounder cannon, it was envisioned by the British military as a tank that could slowly push up an infantry while being able to withstand any incoming shells with a stick for an armor plate. The two-pounder gun can fire 5 different kinds of shells. Firstly, a AP shell with 72mm of pen, a APHE shell with 66mm of pen, thirdly, an improved AP shell with 80mm of pen, fourthly, a APC BC shell with 89mm of pen, and lastly, a HE shell with 9mm of pen. Like I said earlier, the Matilda was made to support infantry, being first deployed in 1940 during the Battle of France and famously in North Africa, where it faced off against Panzer III's, IVs, Panzer II's, and Italian L3s and M13/40s. In War Thunder, the Matilda is placed at BR 2.7 Rank 2 and faces a vast roster of enemies like American M3A1 Stuarts, M3 Lees, M4A3s, German Panzer IIIJs, Panzer IV F2s, Marder 3s, and lastly some Soviet-designed tanks like the T-34 and BT-7s. Some pros of the Matilda are its fast-firing two-pounder cannon making for follow-up shells. The cannon can go both 20 degrees up and down, and lastly, in a down tier, the armor is immune to most low-caliber cannons. However, some cons of the Matilda are being made to follow infantry, it's a very slow tank. The armor is almost totally useless if facing enemies with higher velocity cannons. And lastly, in an up tier, the two-pounder cannon is completely outclassed for more armored tanks. Overall, the Matilda is a fun tank to use only if down tiered, as it's invulnerable to 37mm and short 50mm cannons, as the shells would just stop or bounce off the front plate or front mantlet. Plus, it's paired with its fast-firing two-pounder cannon, it can efficiently knock out any tank above T2. However, in an up tier, the Matilda is very underwhelming, being too slow to flank enemies, its cannon too weak to pen tanks in the front, and its armor being too thin to stop incoming shells. Still, I would give the Matilda a solid 6.5 out of 10.